needs to scoot that way just a tad bit.
That's fine. I just drug it out to get it out of there.
Why are you feeling
Adjust it well.
Are you feeling claustrophobic?
No.
Oh.
Check. Okay.
Ho, 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 ho.
I wanted to make sure it was working still.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh.
Yeah, this is dfwai.
Are we recording?
Oh shit! I didn't know we were recording.
I didn't either.
I'm just here.
I'm there.
You are now free to clog your ear holes. Clog your ear holes.
That's rude.
I got it, even though I waited for you to do it.
You're such a bitch.
If I point over there before...
Hang on. 1, I wasn't looking at your ass. 2, Callie said, you got boba and you didn't even ask if I wanted any.
I know, but-
And then you waved your hand. I thought you were waving at Callie.
No, we're doing a show.
No.
And she's fucking talking while the intro's going.
Yeah.
Bad.
I didn't realize you weren't an adult and couldn't do what you wanted to do.
It's fucking content.
You got boba without me and didn't
It's too late. We
even
already
ask.
It was already $75.
Do you know how much we spent on boba? It's $75 fucking dollars in boba.
I didn't want. It's okay. I got Wendy's.
You got Wendy's?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Was it good?
It was pretty good. I got the pretzel bun baconator.
Wait, you were in Springfield and you didn't get Whataburger?
No,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't like Whataburger
What?
that much.
What? It's what time? It
You
turned
gotta go
turns
itself
itself
off.
off.
Shut
Turns
itself
itself
off.
off.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We let it play us in.
Usually right there.
We turn it down, and then it becomes background music as we get kind of into the flow of things, so there's no like awkward silence.
Sweet Pea's new to this.
Yeah.
First episode.
I just feel like I'm not very loud.
Yeah, I also feel the same way.
I was very loud last recording.
Were you?
Yes. You might want to turn me
Are
down
you
a little
number
bit.
3?
2.
Oh, damn, you're already turned down.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Where
I
am
just
I at?
I just noticed I was really loud last episode.
You're
Oh,
almost
I'm
as low
Van.
as Van is.
That's
Callie.
uh-huh. And over here, that's Ghost. And then right there,
Has been awake for 28 hours.
have that ready next time I point at you. And that over
She's
there.
on a time delay. Okay, she's still on yesterday's schedule.
She's lagging.
I am.
Who's that?
What's up, brother?
No. That one's taken. That one's taken already.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's trademarked, which means we can get pinged.
Ping, 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 ping.
What's down, brother?
What's the opposite of what?
Yes, brother.
Who's down, brother? That's good.
Wouldn't it be
Who's
that?
down, sister?
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
The anti whatever the fuck his name is.
That sounds very inappropriate.
I was listening to last week's episode and I want to discuss something.
Syndrome.
Okay. Well, you got to wait till these guys calm down.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Do apologize.
What?
It's not really a discussion. It's a comment that I should have thought then, but I did not.
Wait, didn't you have something that you ended off on the last podcast?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay.
I haven't gotten to the end of the last podcast yet.
Oh,
I listened to the podcast that you and I listened to, and then I listened to our podcast. And I worked 2 days this week where I was like in the car and driving, so I didn't get to finish all of them.
You not want my toes all over your vape?
No.
Oh. All right, go ahead and make a comment.
Okay, so last week, Van mentioned the conversation that we had had about him being a nurse, and we were all like, you can't handle poop.
Yeah.
And it reminded me, as I was listening to it, of the time when Annabelle was 18, 19 months
Years
old. And we're driving in the semi, and she's still breastfed at that point, so she still has breastfed baby poops. And
Are those like super like thick?
Runny.
they can be. They can be a whole range of things.
So essentially, it's no different from any other poop. It's just there's breast milk involved.
Yes. This particular time was like someone had mixed some water into peanut butter and then sat the baby on top of it.
Ew.
And it was like
the
one of the
image.
full like cans of Jif.
Cans?
Ew.
What are you doing?
Yeah, like the big 5-pound tubs. So we're driving down the road. She has a massive blowout. And I'm like,
Her tires.
we're gonna have
Couldn't handle
to pull over. I'm gonna need your help with this. And like at this point, he's just like, okay, it's a poopy diaper. It smells, but okay. So he like pulls over on the side
We're in
of
an
the road.
18-wheeler. Doesn't it smells? It's God damn. It's rank in here.
So he pulls over on the side of the road and comes back there and sees like what's going on. And his brain goes into full fucking panic mode. I'm trying to change this child. She is covered head to toe. So I have to like wipe her down. And I was like, can you hand me this? And he's like, and he like handed it. And then I was like, I need the wipes. And he was like, what are wipes?
What are they?
So
That's
no,
when you just throw the child away. Just throw it away.
we did wind up throwing the car seat away.
That's fair.
His good in life or death situations, just not shitty situations.
That tells me everything I need to know about whether you could be a nurse.
Actually, that reminds me of, the time you shit your pants in your bed and you're like, I don't know what to do.
No, I didn't know what to do because I didn't want to get up and sit in it.
So he kind of got off the bed like I
just
got off of the
roll.
couch when my water broke. It was like a straight ninja flip.
Like an upside down spider, just trying to like crawl off the bed and then float to the floor. No, I've got a worse one. Yeah, you keep thinking on that over there. Delilah, when she was about the same age, the couple of times I had her when we were like working shit out, and AJ still lived with grandma. We were watching TV in the room I had there. Me and Delilah and AJ was in there with me, and she'd shit, and I was like, "Here you go," and he's like, "That ain't my fucking kid." And I was like, "Thanks, AJ." So like picked her up, and as I picked her up, like she was walking around the floor. She'd come over, and I'd picked her up, and I went to take a step and stepped right in baby shit because it had leaked out of her diaper onto the floor, right in between my toes.
Ew.
see,
I threw up.
that's one of those ew when you throw the damn baby moments.
Oh, God. I watched a video the other day.
Is this the same
Did it
one?
involve a guy with a raccoon?
Yeah. And he just chucked the child.
See, that didn't look like a throw to me. That looked like a
It was
That's
like-
because that would be the exact same response you would have.
No, it wouldn't.
And you are defending it.
No. My response would be to throw the baby at the thing attacking me, not at the ground. I have a weapon.
the child. Take this.
Take this. What's the thing from? Was it Zelda? It's lonely out there. It's take this. What was it? What is it? It's a game.
It is a game.
It is Zelda.
It
oh
is
my
Zelda.
God! What's the quote?
I don't remember.
I don't. The last time I played Zelda was like a decade ago.
I got this.
He's gonna look it up.
It's been quite a while.
But yeah,
Something
you just
like,
hand it to the raccoon.
It's dangerous out there. Take this with you or something.
Yeah,
like
it's something like that. Yeah, it's dangerous.
It's
little
dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Yeah, give it to the raccoon.
What was it? I couldn't hear you.
No, we're recording. Go away. God bless America. Is it an emergency?
He just opens the door and the only thing there is a mullet.
I don't want to hear about your spicy mouth.
No, it probably did it the other day when I turned it on.
Get for now.
Go drink some of the 8 million things of milk you bought.
Get.
Bring me some of that.
Oh my God.
Go.
Bro. The fuck,
All I
man.
heard was your tiny child out there going,
Did
Don't
she
give any of that
also
to
eat
her.
the spicy stuff?
She got ramen.
Okay. What did we do this weekend, Van?
I didn't change any poopy diapers. I
You
remember
are
that.
correct. You will never do that.
No.
I will be on my fucking own if I ever become incontinent as an elderly person.
I will hire somebody to wipe butt.
I know you won't because someone else will see.
Somebody
and touch
will
my
invent
butt.
a bidet style diaper.
He's just gonna throw you in the shower.
Yes, that's the bidet style diaper I was
That's what I
talking
need.
about.
Thrown
You-
into the shower
Like
to
I
break
did,
my hip.
like I cleaned the Flying J bathroom.
already
I'll just
messed
put
up.
her in the tub and then turn on a hose full blast and let it flap around in there. And
Just remember, if you're going to shove the hose up my ass, you have to have an order for that.
Yes.
I order you just go up her ass. I don't know what.
Bend over, spread cheeks, slide in, walk away, turn hose on. Order. There it is. Figured it out.
Yeah, that was
That is
pretty
the
good.
order.
Oh. Real quick.
Okay.
Yes.
Why am I getting glared at?
What sound does a dog make when it throws up?
It's like heaving. It like
No, you ready?
heaves.
Barf.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Hey,
He laughed at it the other day.
That is so dumb.
because it was so dumb. He was just like, thought about it. I don't know.
Barf.
This was
Barf.
the look that he got from the kids.
It was just, I hate you.
How many bananas fit in 2 barrels?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Oh.
Good one.
Dad jokes.
Anyways, so we did something this weekend. We went to Anime-Con.
I worked.
She worked and went to Anime-Con.
I did.
That's why she's been
That's
awake
why
for
I've
27
been
hours.
awake for
And then I
20
woke up to leave,
8 hours.
and I'm already gone. And I got, hey, are you leaving? Yeah, gotta go get rain. Oh, there's a child there still. Should be something you should tell me, like before anything
that
happens.
child can handle himself.
My only issue is he doesn't have a means of communication.
Well, my only issue was let me know when y'all are leaving. Be like, hey, you know, this child's gonna be there alone with you. That way, I don't get down the road, and then you're like, oh, by the way, there's one home alone.
Also, this child did get a katana, so he may go to get up out of bed and the Taki monsters slide out from under it with a sword this time.
Yeah. It was a good convention. They had over 8,000 people there just yesterday.
Not bad.
That's pretty good.
I do want to point out, guys, cosplay can be any number of things.
Oh,
it can
God.
be kind of like Disney bounding, where you wear an outfit. I almost said eat an outfit. You wear an outfit that's
Where you munch down on
inspired
the
by.
We saw,
like
I mean,
Disney
Jesus, I saw
costumes.
Cinderella there. I
Yeah.
saw fucking Jedi Knights. I saw.
At Disney World, adults cannot wear like the full costume of Disney characters because
Unless
it
you
would be
work there.
Unless you work there. So
Gotcha.
they invented Disney bounding, where people make outfits that are inspired by the dresses and stuff that these people wear, but they cannot be identical or even close to.
Really?
Yeah. So that's one way of cosplaying. You can go all out and 3D print your ass some fucking armor if you want to.
Boy, I tell you what, there were some really well put together, like homemade. And it's normally like, hey, can I get a picture of your cosplay? That's like a thing. And there were people there interviewing people that were fully decked out in cosplay. We'll go. There's been a lot that's happened during this.
What isn't cosplay is wearing your bondage harness and underwear.
Oh.
I mean, that's cosplay to me.
He's cosplaying a slave.
That's cosplaying
But it was anime.
something from hentai, I guess. But
Yes.
I mean, that's still
man,
cosplay.
that was a lot of ass.
And not just females.
I'll see. You guys are talking about this, and the only thing I'm picturing is a really old man walking around with some BDSM woman. With
No, that was the BDSM thing that we went to, her and I.
Yes.
Did we talk about that on here?
I believe so.
No, because we weren't recording then.
We'll have to bring that up here in a minute.
Y'all couldn't.
It's the
invite
conventions
somebody.
episode. I told Callie,
The day of.
it's a 3-day ordeal.
They already had
And I told you
plans.
Friday.
Okay. There's one in October.
I would have.
Hang on. You told me on Saturday, bitch.
I would have postponed my trip to Bass Pro Shop.
You could have gone to Bass Pro. There's one in St. Charles.
October. Come with us to that one.
There's one in October.
What?
Your trip to Bass Pro Shop, not your trip to visit with my family.
Hell no. The Bass Pro Shop's more important.
All right.
Don't
I
take
remember
that. No, don't take that
No, I
offensively.
remember that.
Don't do that.
It's going to be
I'll
a
remember
fight
that.
later.
Don't do that.
I'll remember that.
Don't do it.
She's doing
Don't remember it.
She's doing
don't
it.
be
I'll remember
petty.
It's
that.
done.
Go to sleep.
Good try.
What did it
I've
say?
done everything I can do, Billy.
Do you believe in the light or something like that?
Yeah. Look over here. Now look over here. Now go to sleep. Didn't
Now
work.
you see me.
No, I don't.
Anyway,
That
there it
was really
is.
fucking
I just
bright.
men in black.
remember
her ass.
nothing. He used the
his
flash on his
flashlight.
camera.
I got you.
Anyway, October. Plan to go to that one with us
Get your hand
because
off.
it's probably going to be twice that size. You better fucking stop.
They
I don't want to hear shit from you.
they really
You're lucky
need,
I don't have to fart right now, or I would have made sure you heard shit from me.
You would have had to shit yourself.
Probably.
Go for it.
they really need to move it to
Please
a bigger
don't.
place.
Yeah, it was pretty packed. But we saw all kinds of things. But on those things, some of them were really good, really great, and then others were like, meh,
They were what?
meh.
There was this guy that was just walking around with a katana and horns on.
That was me.
Was he also wearing khakis?
He was.
Yeah, I had a khaki pants, my shoes, and then a V-neck, and I had horns on my forehead, and then a katana.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm? Khakis.
That's what I should. Oh my God, I could have gone as Jake from State Farm.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
are evil.
Yeah,
So what did you go as?
nothing really. The first day I wore
Man with
just
horns and a katana.
my jeans. I wore my jeans and my DFWAI shirt because I wanted to,
Did anybody
push that.
ask?
No.
Didn't think so.
And then the second day,
We could get a DFWAI booth there, though.
that wouldn't do shit for us. I don't feel like it might.
Yeah, we talk about anime all the time.
The second day, I wore essentially a black suit with my aviator sunglasses on.
Woman in black.
He looked like every security guard or bodyguard in any anime.
I had a
one.
kid tell me that I looked like a hitman. And then they're like, "Can you take somebody out for me?" And I was like,
47.
"Oh, sorry. You've got to be this tall to hire me." And they're like, they ran over and grabbed like a family member. And they're like, "Hey, tell him who to kill." And I was like, "Do you have 10 grand?" And they're like, "God damn it." And they walked away.
Little do you know that kid was actually trying to get somebody killed.
It was probably the family member that he brought over.
And then today I just kind of went, I got some demon horns yesterday that like glue to your skin.
Uh-huh.
They do not like to stick to sweaty skin, apparently. All day was me
imagine they would.
chasing them back to the top of my forehead.
Turn
Yes.
That's a real anime scene. Hold on, I gotta move my horn back.
turn into a unicorn for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Dad, where's your other horn? Ah, shit.
This is going to be controversial, I'm sure.
God.
But they had all kinds of different. So you got panels, you got different events going on during it, and then you've got the giant like open area where all the shops are.
Mm-hmm.
So last night she had to work, so I took Delilah and Nate. And at 10 p.m. there was a drag show, and I totally took them with me to the drag show.
Anybody who says that's controversial can just fuck off.
Taking a 10-year-old to a drag show?
Was there like full blown nudity?
No,
Yeah,
Then
it
it's
wasn't a
fine.
strip show.
it wasn't a
drag
strip show. It was a drag show. But people are going to be. It opened.
I don't think any of our listeners are gonna have an issue with
God,
it.
I hope not.
It
If
opened-
They do, come have a discussion with us.
And the guy that opened it up, or the lady that opened it up, rather, opened it
The
up
he,
with
she,
like,
they, them.
the
are you-
queen.
"Are you all here for the show?" And everybody's like, "Yeah." Then you're all gay, and if not, you're gonna be by the end of it. And everybody was, and Nate, without skipping a beat, looks at me and goes, "I don't want to be gay."
He should have really played into it and left the drag show going, oh my God.
And I looked at him, I was like, "Buddy, you're not gonna be gay by the end of it." He goes, "I need to get out of here."
Help. Somebody help.
And I looked at Delilah and I was like, "Help me out here." And she starts in with the attitude, and now he looks terrified. And I'm like, "Dude,
And
okay."
she's like,
Now
but
I'm
I'm
gonna be
gay.
attacked.
I was
All the
like,
gay
"I will explain it to you when we
you're
leave." And I shit you not, we sit our asses in the car after the whole thing's over with. And he goes, "So why am I not going to be gay?"
Wait, Dad,
sitting
I'm
there-
gay now. I thought you said this wasn't going to happen.
Sitting there through the whole thing going, I need to know why I'm not going to be gay. I need to know why I'm not going to be gay. He needs to tell me why I'm not going to be
He
gay.
did enjoy himself, and it was cool because they went with the anime theme. Like anything animated, they were all dressed as that. Came out. The really cool one that I keep forgetting to mention to you is one of them did to Come Sail Away.
Okay.
But essentially, I've never been to a drag show either. That was my first one.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking awesome. They come out, like they let us change out our money for ones and all that, and then you like can drop it in the bag, or they can come by and grab it or whatever. But they essentially go out there and dance.
10-year-old sticking a some man's thong.
They come out. There was no thongs, but essentially
Sorry.
the
Boy shorts.
they come out. They do like a big show and dance to like music that's playing and shit like that, and backflips or whatever, and it was cool. What is the problem?
I love how you just said backflips and whatever. Like it was nothing. Like just doing backflips.
Yeah, everybody can do
The
that
drag
stuff, right?
queen was doing backflips.
That's
It was
impressive as
it was
shit.
cool as shit.
Were they in heels?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Very.
It's like a Lady Gaga concert meets the circus meets men dressed fabulously.
So
yeah.
Lady Gaga.
And
concert.
there were women. So this is a new thing, and I don't know what to call them, but there were women dressed in drag.
They're still drags.
So they're called
Drag
bio
kings.
queens.
Oh.
Bio
Or drag
queens?
kings.
Because we went to school with. I'm not
Yeah.
going to say her name,
Yeah, I know who
but
you're talking about.
and I wanted to talk to him and ask him, but like the line was super long. But it's really cool. But to that, there were a lot of guys at the con dressed in maid outfits,
Okay.
Japanese style maid outfits.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah to some,
Hell no to others.
and to the other ones, you're not my type. Sorry,
I don't think they were asking.
they were not. They didn't ask anybody. I don't think mom saw them slip out the back door to get to the convention.
If they felt comfortable.
They have their own door from the basement.
Is that?
So it was
let me
ghost.
search your backpack before you leave. Mom, I'm 30 years old. You do not need to search my backpack, okay? I do not have a maid outfit in here that I'm going to change into when I get to the con.
No.
we
My brain went to a
stereotyping right
way
now?
darker place.
Oh,
Is it the one who found the head in the sink
Could
or
be
the
that.
closet?
Or the last 30-year-old that walked out of their basement and their mom didn't check their backpack, went and shot up a school.
Oh Jesus Christ.
I told you it was a darker place.
man, it was cool. I actually got some autographs and spent a lot of time talking to the voice actors about like how to get transferred from what I'm doing to that. What, it sounded like cheering going on outside.
Yeah.
Is there a drag show going on in our living room
Probably.
currently?
Delilah's probably writhing in pain on the floor from eating her hot ramen,
Okay.
and
wait
Annabelle's
till she
cheering
has
her
to-
on.
No,
Comes out
she's.
later.
Oh God!
Ooh, I hope it gets worse. No, it was an awesome experience. It really was, and we're not like big go outs like
It was
into
very
large
people-y.
crowds of people,
It was very
but
big.
it was worth it.
Yeah.
Motherfucker wants me to go.
It was worth it.
It was cool. Spy X Family is a anime that we've watched all of, and there were several groups of people dressed up as the three main characters from
Which
the
is
show.
the mom, the dad, and the adopted kid.
Lloyd, Yor, and Anya.
That'd be a great way to
Anya's
tell
the
your
little
kid
girl.
that
Anya's
they're
the little
adopted.
girl. She's 7, I think, in the show. And she's got pink hair, and she has these like 2 little cones that look like cat ears that sit on her head. She wears like a black dress all the time. And he had gone to park the car, and I was standing outside. And this amazing cosplay family walked by, and I told him when he got there, I was like, you have to see this. This is the most convincing Anya Forger costume I have seen yet. And he's like, oh yeah? I was like, yeah. It's like a 5'11", 300-pound bearded man.
Wearing pink long hair with 2 little cones
yeah.
and a black dress.
I need to know one thing. Did you see any Doras?
And the mom and
No.
dad,
Damn it.
the mom and dad were his friends that were smaller than him.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Dora.
Huh?
What is with Dora today?
I don't know. That's hilarious because
That's how he scared the shit out of me.
I walked. I scared the fuck out of him.
Why'd you say it
Nate
like
got a
that?
katana. And I went and hid behind the wall as he was down the hallway. And when he came up, as he passed by me, I screamed, "Hola, soy Dora!" and whipped out the sword. And he went, "Oh my God."
It was almost like he went to the drag show. And I believe it was actually, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was, what the fuck?
But it was in a scream like voice.
Yeah.
He did the whole like like 1 foot up and 2 arms back thing.
I was
He
about
did
ready
the
to
pose,
drunken
but not the
monkey.
noise.
No, I asked because I always see videos of like dudes dressed up as like tight ass shirts on, and then like the bob haircut, walking around these conventions.
There were
dressed as
so
Dora.
many like gender crossovers. It's not even funny.
There were so many nonomies that were women.
And
There was one nonomy, fucking huge jugs.
I saw so much butt
Nice.
cheeks. Some of them were like, those are nice butt cheeks. Other ones were like, put some pants on.
You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. Those are nice butt cheeks. Hi, my name's Tyler.
Tyler, you got some nice butt cheeks.
I didn't know Tyler went to the con.
Hey, I have mentioned it before. There are some gorgeous lady boys out there, femboys, whatever you want to call them now. And there were a couple of really decent looking femboys at this thing. And then there were some that weren't.
I have a
If
coworker.
they're happy.
If they're happy, that's great. I just like, you see things. And okay, for instance, I had to make her look at one because as the guy's walking up to you, you're like, why is he walking weird? He's got a skirt on. He's like 6'4", 350 pounds.
He's trying to keep the thing from falling.
And he's
out.
like toes together walking forward, right? And you're like, okay, he's wearing like heels. He
saw
doesn't
you
know how
when
to
his
walk in
panties
it.
Dropped.
As he walked by, the back of his skirt had gotten stuck up. And you saw the thong between his butt cheeks, and he looked like he was walking with a banana up his ass.
Mm-hmm.
he was.
Maybe he was.
And you're like, okay, buddy, I don't know if that's intentional or not.
Yep.
I have heartburn from hell right now.
Hey,
That tea.
when you went to see your wife at work yesterday and you came back out to the car, did I honk at you?
Were you the one playing with the fart noises
Yes.
while it was in Sentry mode?
Yeah.
You know, motherfucker, you had made us think that they had updated the app that when Sentry mode turns on, it just starts farting at people.
I saw Nate walking up to him like, fart, 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 fart.
He's like, oh, you're not even doing it, Dad. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Jerk.
He even called me.
And told her that it's doing it.
See, I thought you guys were going to be on your way home after that.
No.
So I waited for like an hour. And I was like, where the fuck are they? So I looked again. And you were back at the fucking convention. I was like, damn.
Yeah, he had dropped Delilah, or left Delilah there to run me food. She was at this like makeover thing. By the time he got back, she had convinced him to purchase a $100 dress.
Outfit. It was more than just the dress.
Yeah, it was
but
more than just the dress, but
do you know what a lolly is?
A lolly?
Yeah.
A lollipop?
Or a lolly.
get your adverbs here.
There it
Father,
is.
son, and lolly, get your adverbs here.
Hope we don't get pinged for that.
I mean, I hope not. It's used in every fucking school for like the last
Do you not know what a
30 years.
lolly is?
I want to know why you look like a goose when you were doing it.
I feel like that's part of the,
They were like
in
squish
one of the-
while they
in
were
the
doing it.
songs. Yeah.
You've been sitting there holding that one.
Is that a cat?
Hang on.
I asked you a question, bitch.
Yes, this is the lolly.
I'll save you from the rest, but it's
Okay.
Can you send that to me?
yeah, it's on Spotify.
All right.
Oh, then we definitely just got pinged for that one.
It's from TikTok.
Oh.
The cat meowing is, anyways.
So do you know what a lolly is?
No.
Do you know what a lolly is? Ghost?
Isn't it just like it's a fucking style, you know, they're all prettied up and pink and floofy dresses and floofy arm things and shit like that.
You know what kawaii is?
Cute. Kawaii.
Yeah. I was asking them.
Kawaii.
In
think
Japan,
Okay, so it wasn't just when Josh said it. It's just weird hearing that word fall out of some people's mouths.
yeah. Kawaii is cute. And in Japan, it's okay to be cute. Period. Doesn't matter gender, age, anything. So they advertise cute. In the US, cute stops when you're like 12, and then you're a teenager, quit acting cute. Then it's grow up and be an adult.
Because you become sexualized.
Correct.
Yeah.
So when you see a 22-year-old dressed kawaii, in the US, you look at them as, why are you dressed like a 10-year-old? Right?
Some people are like, why are you dressed as a 10-year-old? Some people are like, damn.
It's called Lolita because it's a style. But lollies get a bad name because they think that they're pandering to pedophiles. And that's not what it is at all. And Delilah really likes the Lolita style.
Hold on. They get a bad name because, oh, fuck, I had a thought.
It's gone.
Oh, the very well known ones that are known are going towards the like OnlyFans and the sexualizations.
I mean, it's a style.
I mean, it is a style, but like the ones that literally just do it for like, hey, this is kind of what I do. I'm here. I like this. They don't get the fame out of it because they're not selling themselves. So that's
Correct.
why it's got the bad name.
It's not Lolita, Lolita. Yeah. And it's a style. And Delilah was wearing it when you guys came here. That kind of dress with the...
I wasn't paying any attention.
She wasn't whenever they got here.
Oh, shoot. Did she change
No,
her?
she changed as soon as we got home.
Gotcha.
That lace shirt she had on under it was like digging into her.
Gotcha.
Which, by
Anyway,
the way, I didn't know she wanted to dress like that. Or like she liked that stuff.
you weren't with us when we went to Walmart in Cuba that one day.
I mean, I know she likes the alternative fashion and weird and hail Satan and meh, meh.
I mean, that
But
would
like,
be an alt fashion.
that was never anything she ever hinted at liking. And I was like,
The only hint was her promotion dress is just a black Lolita dress.
I don't remember that one.
Kind of looks, by what I see on his phone right now, like Victorian style.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
It's like a cute Victorian style, like Japanese.
And when the floof is gone, she's Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's the style. But it usually you get some accessories to go with it. You do your makeup all cute and like
Cat ears.
cat ears and tails
sometimes.
and stuff like that. And that's the thing. But it gets a really bad negative deal.
Which, okay. As an adult, is pandering to people who prefer that necessarily a bad thing if it's keeping them from pursuing actual children? I feel like that's a gray area.
It's a gray area because it could also encourage them to go out and do it.
That is the $1 million will you get arrested question.
Because I think, like, is it a therapy to... It's essentially edging, right? It's not the real deal.
Yeah. But I mean, there are also like littles in relationships.
Why are you breathing heavily
Why
after
are
I
you
said
looking
that?
at him like that?
Out of context, that doesn't sound good.
Edging. That's not edging.
I know what actual edging is. Shut up.
That's not edging.
Proverbial. But there are like littles in kink relationships.
I know somebody that knows quite a bit about that.
Yeah, they're grown-ass adults and they act like young children. Sometimes they're in a purely like parental-esque relationship and sometimes it's a sexual relationship. But if that person who's interested in that isn't
happening?
pursuing an actual child, where is the line? Like,
I think the process here that you need to eliminate is the attraction to children. Now, if these people are attracted to young people, maybe because young people are cute, then maybe by making cute normal for adults, they can then be attracted to normal adults that are cute. Like, that's
there's
just
no such thing.
there. In my opinion,
Normal adults are fucking hideous.
in my opinion, and this, our listeners, I feel like we have a certain amount of trust. If you're a pedophile, is there anybody you can go to and talk to and get actual help?
Not the government.
Not a
Who do you go
therapist.
to? If you know you're a pedophile, who do you go to for help?
Where's the comments button?
There's no like, because you talk to anybody about that. If I see a pedophile, I'll fucking hang them. They're
Scooter.
sick, bro. They need help. Where do they go to get help? They literally can't go anywhere for help. They can't go to their friends. They can't go to, they're scared to go to therapy because then you have to report that shit, right? Like, where would a pedophile go for help?
They only have to report it if they admit to doing something harmful to another person.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Right.
haven't acted on it.
But that shit could have started when they were younger, and then
Yeah,
things
no,
could have happened.
I
Like,
get that.
you know what I'm saying?
That's
There's not a
usually
safe
the
space for them to go to get help.
With any sort of like kind of sexual path like that.
What are you Googling?
Are you
right now?
Googling that? Where do pedophiles get help? Yeah, you're listed.
Are you on incognito mode?
Shit.
But no,
Make sure
that's
you put purely for research purposes at the end of that search.
so. Like, to answer your question, there's been no real research, I feel like, in this because it is the lowest of low of humanity.
Right. And most of the time, that like wiring in your brain gets screwed up because of things that have happened to you in your childhood.
Right.
Everything happens for a reason, everything is connected. There are things that happen as adults to people that they don't even realize are connected to things that happen to them as children. So, in theory, they should have places to go. But because it's such a stigmatized thing, and I totally understand it being a parent, like,
And we know people who've been put on like the sex offender list for reasons I'm not going to go into. But that doesn't, they weren't looking up certain things, or you can put on the sex offenders list for pissing outside, Billy.
Right.
He's not on the sex offenders list, but we had to warn him when he came to Missouri. You can't just whip it out around the corner of a house and pee.
hang on a minute. Because we were on a hike the other day, and you had to pee, and you just went over and peed, and then you came back, and you were like, I just figured out if I put my fingers over the holes, I don't spray everywhere.
No, I don't pee in 3 different directions.
Yeah, I mean, same
Yeah,
thing.
I can cover the hole with my thumb. It didn't even get on my thumb. It
You
just clogged
discovered
the
this
hole.
in the middle
Is
of
he
the
only man
woods
that
on a
holds the
public
tip when
hiking
he
path.
pees?
Literally, I might be, but if I got to use a urinal, buddy, that's the game plan. My luck is I'll miss the fucking hole completely and just pressurize the piss all over myself.
Yep.
But no, that was a question I had asked her a long time ago, because it's one of those things where I know people that have been in situations, and it's like, well, let's say that they did have this illness. Where would they go for help?
I think it's probably a lot easier to deal with this in other countries than it is here.
Probably.
There's a lot of things that are
The
easy
first
to deal
thing-
with in other countries.
Americans tend to go to is violence. Like, if I ever find one, I'm cutting their head off. And it's like, okay, but hold on. You recognize there's something wrong with this person, right? Like, they don't deserve the same amount of help or the ability to like recover from it. Like, there was I think what actually brought this up full force was we were watching the Good Doctor, and there was a
Yeah.
scene in there where this dude knew he was a pedophile. He'd never done anything, but he had tried to kill himself like 3 or 4 times,
And he had tried to,
castrate himself.
castrate himself. He had gone to the doctor and like requested it, and they refused to do it. And it just built and built and built. And then by the end of the episode, he was in the emergency room because he had failed to commit suicide.
Also, 50 years ago, it wasn't an issue because 40-year-old men were marrying 13-year-old girls.
Yeah, that was normal back
Yeah,
then.
that
To
was
sell
fine.
your daughter off for a chunk of land,
Yep.
Or a goat.
at least 2. And, well, unless she was hideous, then you might get half a goat.
Well, and also a lot of the people who were these pedophiles who were preying on young children in general, were their parent.
Or a guardian of some sort,
And
a
it
family
was kept
member.
on the hush hush because we don't talk about that.
Right. Or a family member in general, grandpa, grandma.
Which might be where like all of the aggression comes from. It just kind of stems from that. Like these kids were in a situation and then they grew up to be adults and it became like an aggression thing.
If I'm not
But-
mistaken, there's actually a statistic that shows that if you were sexually abused as a kid, your chances of becoming a sexual was actually lower.
No,
No.
it's increased.
It's increased?
Yes.
Okay.
If you listen to a true crime podcast, they always go into the background of the people who did the terrible things, and 9 times out of 10 they have a bad background.
They had shit happen to
yeah,
them.
they had the
Typically
the assaults
sexual
and the
assault.
violence and shit
Gotcha.
like that.
Did you find something?
No.
Yeah, I actually found a lot. So I did a pretty broad search of this, and everything I've found so far indicates that if you feel like you're a pedophile, you're fucked.
Oh,
There is no help for you. Most therapists and psychologists will not even.
are you shitting me right now?
I just read something a minute ago from Quora.com. They try to treat pedos like drug addicts and just like help them along to get through the life. Like there's no cure for it, or there's no kind of
Therapies.
nature. Yeah, there's no. A lot of therapists won't
Just
even
lock them in a
fuck with
room,
you.
they'll sweat it out.
Yeah, a lot of people won't even fuck with you if
Put
you
them on a Presidex strip.
go to somebody and tell them like, "Hey, I'm having these strange thoughts. What do I do? Is there any way I can?" A few things I've read, like some psychologists or psychiatrists will actually drop the patient.
No shit.
It's also like that with a lot of narcissists. Women psychiatrists will not deal with narcissistic men.
I mean, childhood traumas probably.
Yeah. Most women.
That's
have dealt with
fucking
narcissists
sad.
in their past.
Yep. So if you think you're a pedo, keep it to yourself, bud.
Move to a different country and get help.
Yeah, because
you
if
can.
you basically if you try and seek out help, there could be some major negative repercussions.
Yeah. I mean,
Like
technically
on the
therapists.
list.
Yeah. Technically therapists aren't allowed to report anything unless there's been a clear violation of another person. But that doesn't mean that they won't make something out.
And I know.
Or they can, I think if
If they're a danger.
if they're a danger to other people, which they would use that as,
Yeah.
hey, I'm sitting here, I'm telling you all these things. Well, you might be a danger to somebody. I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody.
Yeah.
Report you and all this other shit. That's fucked. That's fucked.
I feel like there was a South Park episode about this.
And just because we're talking about it, people up, oh, you guys are fucked up. You guys are pedo sympathizers or
No.
empathizing with pedos, and it's a mental health issue. And that's something that there's obviously, according to his research, no fucking support for whatsoever.
Like,
I mean,
there's
Do
obviously
you think that's going to
difference if you're
slow
out
it
there doing
down
on
or
purpose.
stop it?
Like the Google response to this says, quote, if no such institution exists in your country, you can still visit a therapist or psychoanalyst, psychiatrist, and psychologist and tell them about your pedophile fantasies.
Oh boy.
That's it. That's all they have. End quote.
I feel like
That's
the
like,
thing that we should take away from that is the words "in your country."
In your country.
That's like the police station. That's like, if you got a bad batch of meth out there, you just should bring it in and have it checked.
We got
Somebody lost all their meth. If you'd like to come claim it,
Yeah, and then people show up to claim it.
yeah, they get arrested. Like, it's not really mine. I was just gonna take it from off your hands, man. I was just gonna get rid of it for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey, if there's nobody out there, just go turn yourself in. That's fucked, man.
That is completely fucked.
Yeah. And it has nothing to do with, I mean, maybe, I guess you could call it sympathizing, but like I was molested as a kid by someone who was much older than me. And years down the road, I found out that person was also molested. Like there are connections to these things.
I was molested as a child.
A lot of times, what people see as pedophilia is a power struggle. They're attracted to being able to overpower this person
Yeah.
and control them.
Yep. So that kind of led into that because the lolly thing, and this lady is up there doing some cool shit at the Anime-Con
yeah.
because she's trying to normalize it. It's not sexual. She's designing all these things on the spot. She travels to all the cons and she does a try it before you buy it thing. Like try it on, see if you like it. If
Does
you
she have
do,
a shop in St. Louis?
huh?
Does she have a shop
No.
in St. Louis? There's a shop at God, what was it? I was at the mall and they had like half their shop in the mall, but they were moving to a bigger location, and I had a card for it, but they did a lot of low.
There's a lady that has a shop in the mall
In
who
South
had one
County?
at the thing. It's in South County, and she has a huge mall full of all kinds of cosplay shit.
Yeah.
All like
Might be the
Lolita,
same place.
everything, leather stuff, like
Masks,
Yeah.
furry stuff,
you name
corsets.
it. If you could dress up as something, she can get it
Petticoats.
for you. All kinds of shit.
I want to dress up as a butthole.
Done.
You are
Yep.
one. Done. So that's that. That was cool. I commend her on that because I had another discussion the other day about this kind of stuff. Cultural appropriation.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I got a question
Oh,
about
so-
cultural appropriation.
Go for it.
Is white people wearing dreads considered cultural appropriation?
We'll get there because that's part of this. A buddy of mine from St. Louis, he's white, and everybody he pretty much
I
knows.
know who you're talking about. That motherfucker did not look white. He did not act white. I didn't think he was white.
He's awful damn pale.
That's what I said. He grew up in some rough
I
areas.
guess I've only seen him in the summer. He's got a nice tan during the summer.
You checking him out?
If I say yes, he's not going to talk to me anymore.
He hit me up on a
Yeah, bro,
Facebook
'cause that's
post.
gay.
I guess
might catch
5
it.
or 6 years ago, white people were rapping and getting into that scene real hardcore, like the
Eminem.
certain ones, and like the dreads and all this other stuff. And there were large groups of people calling for cultural appropriation. But now I guess there's an African American singer that's getting really hardcore into country.
I was
Beyonce.
gonna say it's Beyonce.
And well, I've seen a couple others beyond Beyonce.
I'm just joking.
She's not.
She did. I know she did one song.
What
but
is that?
There's the
Hootie and the
black
Blowfish?
guy.
Yeah, Hootie and the Blowfish.
He's fucking
That's probably who I'm thinking
black,
of.
and he does strictly.
It's something for people to bitch about. But he says he hits me up and he's like, "Why is nobody calling for cultural appropriation now?" Because like this has been a white boy sport for years and years and years and blah blah blah. And I'm like, because nobody cares now. In my opinion, the United States is supposed to be the melting pot of the world where all cultures can come together and share in cultural differences and share their cultures with others and make these blended cultures.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in cultural appropriation. Like, there's negative people out there that will try to make it in a negative
There's-
light or spin it certain ways, but like,
I mean, there's a Japanese, I don't know, a group of people, I guess.
the kimono.
They just dress like, what are they called? Cholos?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Cholos.
Yeah.
Cholo.
And they're like, yeah, hell yeah, do it.
Yeah. That's supposed to be what it is here.
Yeah.
All right. The only people who freak out about cultural appropriation
Or white people.
are white people. Like I've seen
Well,
the majority
no,
of them.
yeah.
Sorry, but I've seen social experiments where this fucking white as fuck white kid threw on a poncho and a fucking
seen that.
sombrero, and he's just walking through literally an entire fucking community of Mexican, and he's like, "Hey, are you offended by this? Is this something that I shouldn't do?" And everybody's like, "No, They're all Spanish people. And like, no, go for it. You're supporting our community by doing this. And then he walks up to a white person like, hey, is this offensive? And they're like, yeah, you're not Mexican. You shouldn't be wearing that shit. And it's like, but why don't the Mexican
When you
people
pose
care?
it that way, it's almost like white people are offended because you're not following our customs. That's why
much.
white people are offended. They're like, but what about our culture?
We don't have
Why aren't you?
customs and culture.
Thank you. Would you like some tea and crumpets?
Oh, no.
well, that would be
That's
British.
cultural appropriation.
But that's where we're all from, is fucking Northern Europe, okay?
Well,
There are
it's
so
not
many
just
cultures
British.
in Europe.
Yeah.
I know.
I bet you a white
I'm
person would
not.
get
I'm from fucking Georgia.
Couldn't get any more close to the red coats
Georgia.
right there, buddy.
Say,
It doesn't get any more red coat than East Coast.
their accent literally comes from Europe. That's like the closest accent to Europe.
Yeah.
Now, there is an aspect of this that we touched on in this conversation. The basis of cultural appropriation is the idea that white people are able to wear these things, do these things, participate in these events, and it doesn't affect them in any way, shape, or form. But if a black person who wears dreads, lives on the north side, and walks down the street in a hoodie, they're in danger. or a white professional woman can go to work with her curls poofed out, and it's a professional look for her. But if a black woman goes to work with her natural hair curly and poofed out in what we would call an afro, that's not considered professional, and her place of business will tell her to change her hairstyle. It's the inability for black people to just live black person lives without being persecuted by the people around them or their workplace, while white people can do the exact same thing and not have to worry about a thing. That's what cultural appropriation is.
Yeah.
It's taking that curly hairstyle or that
See, in my
baggy clothes or go ahead.
no, I was just saying my argument is everybody should do it, because then they can't say that's unprofessional, because then they can look across the room and go, Karen's fucking wearing her hair the same way, and you're not making her go home.
Mm-hmm.
And Karen will go, yeah, fuck you. Why are you sending them home? We're wearing the same hairstyle.
No, Karen
stand
wouldn't be
up
like,
for
yeah,
each
fuck you.
other.
Karen would be like, I'm
You're right.
better
I
than
should have
you.
used like Betty or something, but
I seen.
Well, that's the problem is that like they won't stand up for the other person that's being told to go change their hairstyle. They'll just be like, well, I'm not getting yelled at, so I'm going to sit over here and be quiet.
and that right there that you're talking about, not cultural appropriation, but people not standing up for each other, is why I got fired from Sun Solar.
Hold on. Before you go into that, there's so many things we can touch on here.
I know.
I see.
the
No,
fuck?
we'll be out in a little while. No,
What'd she say?
she has something for you. Hang on.
I don't know if I want it.
Jesus Christ.
What is it?
Yes,
Can I
we know
what?
you're spicy.
Oh,
No, I asked her if she could turn off my time limit. Rain's bringing soy sauce. Okay.
Okay.
rice made into cat shape.
Yeah, we bought a cat mold today.
What are you
pretty
doing?
awesome.
Rain's bringing soy sauce. I just said that.
Okay.
I
Jesus.
seen the
Thank
most
you.
perfect afro Friday when I pulled into work. So we obviously I haul cars for a living, but there's people who take the cars off the train and they're called yard drivers, I guess.
Yeah.
I think
Yard dogs.
yard dogs, yard drivers, and maybe it was Thursday. I think it was Thursday. Thursday, one of the biggest volume dealerships in the country. Every couple of months, they send us a shitload of pizza. So we had a pizza thing that day. And I pull up to work. I get my parking spot, and I look up, and here's this kid just walking out with the most beautiful, perfect fucking afro I've ever seen in my life. And I was like,
Was it super round?
it was perfectly round.
That's awesome.
And it wasn't just like little poof. That thing was like at least a foot off of his head kind of poof. And I was like, that motherfucker knows what the fuck he's doing.
That's cool.
I was just like,
Could you imagine like bedhead with that though? Like
it'd be
if I
fun.
have a bedhead day and I can't get my hair to cooperate versus an afro bedhead day, it's just flat on one side and there ain't shit they can do about
he
it.
sleeps standing up so that doesn't happen. But like I was in awe for I didn't want to stare at him hardcore, but I was just like,
You should have said something to him, dude.
well, I was getting my shit to get out of my car as he was getting back into his van to go.
That's one of the things I'm really proud that I've like taught my kids to do is they will step out of their comfort zone to tell somebody something that they really like about them, like a feature that they have or something they're wearing, or if they're wearing something weird that is kind of out there from other people. Like my kids will literally be in the back seat. We'll be at McDonald's drive-thru and they'll be like, "Oh my God, I really love her hair." And we'll be like, "Tell them." And I'll roll down the window and they will literally say, "I love your hair. I love your nails." And at the con, they would do the same thing. They'd run up to people and be like, "I really, really love your dress," or "You have a really pretty smile." And I'm like, man, that makes me feel good to know those are my
You
kids.
got really pretty big boobs.
That was me.
Give him some nice tears.
Hey, you got really nice boobies. And then run away. And then they're like, thank you.
Where'd you buy them
Well,
from? Amazon.
If you were doing that to a kid, just know there's no help for you.
Oh, wow. We're going back there.
Wow.
That's fucked up. Although, on that subject, when you're at a con, you got to be careful where your eyes are because it's all ages. And I don't know if you guys know, but between about the ages of 12 and 24, They all look the fucking same now.
Mm-hmm.
So unless they look 30 or older, I'm not looking. And there was a girl wearing a very high up with like a thong and fishnets, and like it was a very pretty like Lolita dress.
Obviously, you looked.
I did. And I said something to Alyssa because they had features about them that say this person's older. And it was like, it's hard to tell, right? And I said, booty cheeks, because that's what I do.
Or he does this.
And Alyssa turns and looks and she goes, how old is she? And I went, never mind, not booty cheeks.
No booty.
And then 5 minutes later, she walks by and my daughter goes, I just saw a whole lot of ass.
But see, it was okay for your daughter to do that.
Yep.
And I was like, I saw the same ass earlier, kid. We don't know how old it is.
And she said, well, that's fine for me.
Well, it was my 12-year-old that said it, so not really.
As a child, as someone who has been a child, looking at anybody my age or older was totally fine.
Yeah. I just thought it was hilarious because it's like, man, that is definitely my fucking kid right there. When we were 18, we used to go to the mall. We'd go on the second story and look over the balcony for titties. Her and I both. We'd do
Alyssa and you,
down
not
shirts. Yeah,
Did your 12-year-old say it loud enough to where everybody could hear it?
absolutely.
I fucking knew it. I knew it.
It was Annabelle.
My kid has zero shame,
Yeah, I know.
and I love it.
But
I mean, there's
But
nothing
if
to be
it-
ashamed about, but just, hey, I just seen a whole lot of ass in a fucking convention with
And, like-
8,000 people. Everybody's going to turn around and look.
Well, the problem is 20 people turn and look and see if they're looking at them at that point because nobody knows which ass she's talking about.
hang on. This is the progression of events. I just saw a whole lot of ass. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Can I buy this thing? Yeah, I want this product that you have for sale at your booth.
Super shy.
Well, this is how
Oh, yeah, dude, she is so fucking, like, she's so loud, but whenever she has to talk to somebody or buy something professional, she's like hermit crab just peeking through one little eye and be like, I'd like to give you $2 for this, please. Thank you.
Bye. Gotta go.
I thought you were, no, this all happened outside. But yes, when we're inside, when we went to the convention, she was like right next to me. She was scared, very scared. So many people.
Help.
And 5 minutes later, you turn around, she's gone.
Talking to everybody.
Yes.
But whenever she has to go pay for something,
Yes.
don't kill me.
She bought a squid,
Yeah.
like a little crocheted squid. And we like discussed it. And I was like, you've got this as your budget. And if that's what you want, then we'll get it. And she's like, okay, here. And I was like, you tell the lady.
Mm-hmm.
She did the same thing when she was ordering food. She was like, I want this. And I was like, why are you telling me? You tell the person.
Yeah.
Order
And-
your food.
That is something. Because I was like that as a kid too.
I was too.
And I refuse to let my children be adults and not able to set their own doctor's appointments.
Don't ever let Delilah order Chinese food, though.
No.
We will end up with so much white rice. So much
Or you'll
white
sit there
rice.
listening to the phone call, and she goes, huh? And he's like, you want this? What? You want this? Huh? Holy fuck. Yeah, can I get this? So you want this? Huh?
Or yeah, that's fine. Yes. And then I also want this. And then like 3 things that you wanted don't end up there. And literally the last time we let her order,
Last time
we
you let her.
we literally probably had 20 pounds of white rice.
Yeah, we had
Why?
like 4 fucking days. worth of
Because
rice.
she didn't know that most of the dishes came with a side of white rice, and then she ordered she ordered a thing of large white rice for everybody that was ordering food.
Jesus Christ.
So it also came with free, and then it also a large for each one. And I'm like,
Well, he also does this thing where he's like, all right, everybody gets white rice, and then we get an extra thing of white rice. So she ordered the meal that came with white rice, and then she's like, oh, everybody always gets white rice, so I need another thing of white rice. I need another thing of white rice. I need another thing of white rice. So yeah, we had white rice for like a week and a half.
yeah,
It was
it was
delicious,
a
though.
lot of rice, a lot of rice. Where was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I got fired.
Yep.
You want to hear about that? Yeah, I got fired. I won't go into too much detail because there are still people that I care about working for that company, and I'm sure there's some sort of non-disclosure somewhere along the line that I signed.
Yep.
somewhere.
Great story. So, anyways, guys, what
I
did you do?
stood up for other employees that were being mistreated. I stood up for my customers, and I was told that's not my job. And I pushed hard, and I kept pushing hard for them to make things right. And then I got fired. After being told that I was lazy and that I lied. So if you have to go do this thing every day and it gets harder and harder and harder to do that thing, or you get screamed at every time you go to do that thing, or you get your hand smacked every time you go to do that thing, you wouldn't really want to go do that thing anymore, right? Right?
I mean, it
are
really
you doing over there?
depends if you're a master.
Yeah, can you not, right?
I'm trying to get the rest of my drink because you guys paid $75 for these, all right?
Okay.
That one in particular. Everything else was $1.
You know what? I didn't pick it out. I just said surprise me. You guys did this.
So every time I'd go to do my job, that kind of thing would happen. And it got to the point where I would clock in, start doing some work, and then get frustrated and walk away for a little while. Or I'd start getting sidetracked, which is a symptom of ADHD. There's no reward for doing my job. Like the pay, I wouldn't say was much of a reward either. Like, yes, I got paid, but I would have gotten paid more to work at fucking McDonald's, if we're being perfectly honest. For the amount of shit I was putting up with, I got an offer for $4 more an hour to sell vape juice, period.
When?
Last week.
Did you take it?
Interviewed this week.
There you go.
But literally, yeah. So I got terminated Friday.
He was in such a good mood, too.
I still am. I don't have to deal with any of that bullshit anymore.
Well, I'm going to say this because I'm not familiar with that company nor anybody in it, but they some whole fucking bitches to fire you on a Friday. What kind of company fires you on a Friday? Like, reputable company.
I mean, fuck it. I'm all right with it.
Reputable companies do not fire on Fridays.
What do they fire on?
Mondays.
Why?
So you have a chance as a human being to go out and find another job.
Yeah,
during
but
the
some
week.
people could use the weekend to like recover because like maybe they didn't see it coming.
I don't care what they fire me.
I was planning to quit. I mean, the last podcast I was talking about looking for a new job. What would I be good at, right?
Not nursing.
Yeah,
Not
definitely
nursing.
That's because I saw it coming. And if they didn't fire me, I was about to fucking quit anyway.
I don't know. I feel like a reputable company would be that actually cares about their employees would fire you on a Monday.
They don't.
They don't.
They only care about what they're going to get for lunch that day.
But this is legal advice because you can find it on Missouri's fucking website. If you get fired, they're required to pay you on the spot the remaining balance that like
Yes.
that you've worked. So if you got 40 hours in that week and they're like, sorry, we got to let you go, you're fired, be like, I need my money.
Right then and there.
However, thank you, lobbyists and corrupt government politics. If they don't, then you have to write them a certified letter and give them 7 days to respond.
So it's not worth it anyways.
Nope.
Might as well wait.
I mean, you should send the certified letter out Monday.
Just so that way they can't make it 3 weeks, 4 weeks or something like that. Yeah, I plan on it. I'm still going to send out the letter because there are things in the past where they have not given money to people who are owed it
Yes.
at the specific company.
And if they don't pay it, they
Then
have to
you
pay
have a lawsuit. Oh, yeah.
up to 60 days.
Your 40-hour a week for up to 60 days.
Yeah.
Damn.
If they don't get you your money within 7 days of providing them with that letter.
Up until the point that they do pay you.
No.
Wow.
If they go over that 7 days and they do not respond with your payment, you have up to 60 days that they have to pay you while you look for a new job.
Why don't you just go ahead and file for unemployment because they're going to pay you that way too?
Because it's not fucking worth it.
No, it's not.
The amount that you make on an unemployment and the amount of work you have to do to stay on an unemployment,
And honestly, the amount that he probably paid into unemployment.
Looking for jobs.
they require proof now.
Yep.
Okay, send them your email. Like, I got a lot of these fucking job offers here in my email.
Yeah. I don't want to not work. But literally, I make more Ubering 12 hours a weekend than I did 40 hours worth a week there.
How do you know?
because I've Ubered in the past.
Oh, how long ago was that?
It's been a minute.
Months.
Pay raise might change. Pay rate.
I'm about to shit in your lap, boy. I don't know if I'd like that or not.
Trying to figure out if Ghost is trying to start shit right now just for the entertainment later.
I think he is. Absolutely.
No.
But that's pretty much.
You guys haven't argued on this one yet. Come on.
What did I bring up earlier that I said that you said we weren't recording back then?
The BDSM shit.
Oh, yeah, the BDSM.
Speaking of conventions.
But it's sorry.
We went to a BDSM convention last year? Year
Yeah.
before.
It was last year.
It was
Was it-
about 8 or so months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in the cold times. You had the Tesla.
In my head, I have these. When you're going to do something for the first time, you've got a preconception of like what you're expecting, right?
Yep.
Solid example of this. Ghost here. When I went to test drive a Nissan GTR, like we had one where I worked at, and I was like, dude, they're going to let me drive it. And he goes, stop. This is not a luxury car. This is a race car. It's not going to be super nice on the inside. It's made for racing. It is a fast car.
Take your standards from here
Yes.
down to here. Be
And at the time,
excited.
I had an Infinity, who was made by the same company, and it was also a pretty performance little Infinity,
But it was also a luxury
a luxury car.
sports car.
And it helped me when I drove the GTR, and I was like, okay, I was expecting this when I sat down in the car and took it for a drive. So I had a lot of fun, and I wasn't upset about the lack of luxuries in the car when I got out of it. BDSM. We talked about it on the last
talking about
episode.
You know, I should have probably warned him about that too.
BDSM, when we talked about on the last episode, finding out just how far into it this one over here is.
Alyssa, not me.
Because you broke
Yes.
your finger and she was
Why?
into
I'm
it.
not even pointing at you.
I know, but they can't see you pointing.
that.
I think it's
How far into
implied.
Maybe
BDSM your
he's talking
sister
about
is.
Ghost Callie.
Maybe, but
You know,
they
it's
can't see
funny.
you pointing, so I have to explain.
It's funny you say it like that because this is a conversation I'd have with my sister. How far into BDSM are you, sis? Well, let me show you. God, no.
I'm pretty sure this is a conversation that you've had with your sister,
Yeah.
with us in our living room about her tails.
Yes.
And
Also,
other items.
You guys tried to get me to go to this convention with you and my sister.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
She
did
didn't
do
wind
that.
up going.
No, she didn't. I wish I'd have hampered my expectations because my view of BDSM is kind of like
Is or was?
it's still. I still feel like BDSM should be this way, and sex in the United States is already this taboo subject that people aren't supposed to talk about.
Before you go,
Wake him up.
there. Yes. Before you leave, wake me up and tell me your child is here.
No, before you
Wake
go,
me
go.
up before you go.
But so obviously you guys went to this convention. I'm sure there are other conventions that are more up to par with your.
I don't know that there are
I bet you
because
there are. It just has to be in the right city.
okay,
St. Louis is probably not one of those.
What's the first thing that you think of when you think of BDSM?
Dommy mommy?
I was going to say probably restraint or leather.
Yeah, but like, where do you get your preconceived notion of BDSM? Like, what would you consider mainstream BDSM?
I'm confused now.
A lot of people who are into the BDSM community got all of their information from 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, I've seen one of
God,
them.
that is so fucked up too.
When 50 Shades of Grey came out, a lot of things kind of latched onto that and kind of made it more mainstream, but it still kind of had this like media shine to it.
My dom has to drive an Audi R8.
It's funny that you know what kind of car he drives.
I have a friend who is obsessed with that car because of that movie.
are you going to continue your thought, or are you going to play your mobile game?
Really awful car.
I must take my mind off of this and handle my waifus.
No, that's my fox.
Okay.
It's a Tamagotchi pet.
Yes. If you aren't into BDSM, like if you didn't, I was into BDSM before 50 Shades of Grey was a thing.
I had no idea.
I just broke her finger and it woke her up real good.
It was the chokehold. Thank you. I knew that BDSM isn't this like shiny hot guys, hot girls. Like, no, that's not what it is. BDSM is for people who don't fit into things.
Like their suits.
Jesus. Stop.
They fit into their leather jackets. They had them custom made.
Yeah.
We
some
walk
of them
into
are
this
really
place-
fucking tight.
And again, my preconceived notion is like this obviously dark areas, like cave style, like pins, cages, all types of different
Dungeons.
instruments.
No.
All
Sexy
types
dungeon.
all types of different instruments to use, and like there was some cool shit there,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, but when you initially walk in the door as the place is like getting started, I thought I'd entered a biker bar. It was just a bunch of people in biker jackets with patches.
Hell yeah.
And ashless chaps.
Not
And-
yet.
Not yet.
Oh.
Well, they were in the chaps, but they had
They
pants
still
on
had
under
asses
them.
on them.
Yes. And they were old
They had
biker
quick
dudes.
release buttons.
And they had the young biker or the old biker chicks with them. And I'm like, I don't think we're in the right place.
This must be a bike convention.
This is a bikers club. Like, we're in the wrong place. And like, oh no, the BDSM's going to get started. I'm like, what is this? And it was a bunch of.
grandma getting tied up.
Oh, we saw grandma getting tied up.
You can't hit her too hard. She's on blood thinners.
Jesus.
And there's parts to BDSM that aren't known.
There was a meme. It was like a screenshot of text messages, and the person sent, "I want to rough you up," and the person responded, "I want to be roughed up," or "bruise me like a nana, like a banana," not grandma. But I guess they also bruise easily.
It was a bunch of like what I would consider elderly at my age.
Older than us.
Yeah, 50, 60, 70, which power to you. You're getting out there, you're getting nasty, and you're doing shows or whatever. Yeah, get your nasty out there.
Yeah, all right.
Yes.
But don't spread your nasty.
Well, yeah, do it. But
No.
put a warning on the door.
I think she means like
STDs.
things you can catch.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's
I
what
mean,
I'm talking about.
I'm sure
Don't
there's
spread your
STD
nasties.
conventions.
It's a penny.
I hope not.
Gotta collect 'em all.
Oh, God.
It's funny you say that because Delilah and I were talking about mental health issues in the line waiting for the little tea party that she was going to. And someone was like, mental health issues are like Pokemon. God.
Yes. Now, mind you, once things got started, it was kind of cool, right? But
You got to
It's-
show up late.
well, it's like the first time I went to California.
Show up late to miss it all. Wait till the lights are dimmed.
It's like when the first time I went to California, I went into a Walmart just expecting gorgeous people. I went into that Walmart going, it is a
Hold on.
requirement to be beautiful to live in California.
Mama's calling.
Hello, Mama.
Hello, Mama. You're on the air.
What?
You're on the air.
Not really, right?
To make you cry.
No, we're recording.
Oh, all right.
Do
Love
I
you, bye.
do I need to take you off speakerphone? Are you okay?
No, I'm okay. I was just wondering if you put Kitty's phone on a monthly thing.
No, I did not.
No,
No, is he out again?
no, we will be. I think on the second or third.
Okay, I'll get it taken care of.
I wasn't sure if you were gonna do the monthly thing or not.
TM.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Now, what was I saying?
BDSM.
You went to California. It's expected
Oh, yeah.
to see beautiful people everywhere.
I walk in Walmart and I'm like, you know, gorgeous motherfuckers are going to be everywhere. Mind you, I was nowhere near Los Angeles. I was 3 hours from fucking LA.
So
but-
San Diego?
Hollywood had really just put it in
No,
my
just
brain.
the outskirts of
Like
LA.
literally just kind of made it to the first city as you come into California. Like, and that's the Walmart we went to. And I'm walking around this thing going, what the fuck is this?
It's the
Well, first
same as
off,
Missouri's.
Walmart's not where all the beautiful people shop.
I know now.
Was it Southern California?
It was southeastern California, like right after you get out of Arizona.
So you walked in and it was just a bunch of Mexican guys that
No,
were covered
it was
in
just, it
sawdust?
was like walking around our Walmart, right?
I feel like there's less meth.
Maybe a little
Like
bit.
you find somebody that's like, they're attractive, but you don't find like, I don't know.
Oh my
Jaw-dropping.
God, there's models everywhere.
Well, and that's it, right? Because when you're a kid growing up, you have this preconceived notion of what like Los Angeles would be like in Hollywood. Hey guys, it's nothing like that. When those cameras start rolling, those people are paid to be there.
Yep.
Hollywood is apparently disgusting.
And it
It
is
is.
fucking
Yep.
gross. The entire city is just absolutely disgusting.
Did you know to get your name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, you have to pay for it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're
I
not,
didn't know that.
You're not nominated for it or anything.
I'm
you
gonna
can
go
buy
put
a
my name
star.
on it.
You can.
I'm gonna.
Well, you have to apply and then it has to be approved and then you have to pay to have it done.
That's so stupid.
Right?
It's so stupid. Like,
So-
if you're gonna do that shit, pay for it.
The people I was expecting to be at a convention like this were not there. It was everybody but. Now, mind you, everybody has their own way of being beautiful and that, like, good for you, great, awesome,
I
thanks.
don't know. It sounds to me like you're being really discriminative to the ugly people right now.
I am one of the ugly people, so don't give me that shit.
Which means you have no room to speak.
Like, it just wasn't what I was expecting. And then there are sides to BDSM that aren't just like, oh, we know about this, like aftercare, which is extremely important. Once you beat the fuck out of your significant other, you should probably cuddle them and let them know you still love them.
Probably.
That's a thing to BDSM.
Maybe take a break and then come back.
No, you do it all, and then you do a love session where you make sure they're okay. You hold them, you care for them, that whole thing.
Well,
yeah,
you do whatever aftercare they feel they need.
right. But when you're walking around a convention and you see like somebody
Minus
holding
sex.
somebody laying in the corner of the room and they're crying, you're like, oh, I wasn't expecting to see this. The one that got us, though, however, what?
Nothing.
Someone just died.
What's this over here?
None of your business.
Okay. Anyway,
I want to know.
I got a text from Sweet Pea. That's all you need to know.
okay. Is it pertaining
Did
to
you
what we're
say
talking
you want to rough
about?
her up like a nana?
Want to go home and get naked, he said.
I'll cuddle you afterwards.
The one that did kind of get me though, and I was like, do I do something here? There was a torture table, and this girl was flailing about the table,
I mean, she was tied to it, so she was more
Screaming.
writhing.
yelling, help me. And the guy continued going. And I'm like,
She
There's a safe
forgot the
word.
safe word.
this over here. It's interesting to watch, but you're like, am I watching this? Because she also, you couldn't tell if she'd been drugged up or not, the way she was acting. Like, some of it seemed over the top, some of it didn't. Like, it was an emotional roller coaster watching that one. The other one with the fire was really cool, though. Yeah. He said, what?
I was just saying, everybody who missed that, Bebo over here said, what?
The dude had like cotton balls on like a thing, and he'd soak them and then light them on fire and like run them up and down the female and like catch her on fire and shit.
Quit staring at me.
I'm staring at him, and then he stared at
he's
you.
staring at me. That's who I'm talking to.
He's wanting to set you on fire.
You can't think of so many
He was talking to me
ideas.
early, like, what was it, Friday night, Saturday? He was asking me if we could get life insurance on each other, so please don't give him any ideas.
Hey, you know how your brother was
Billy?
talking about fire? Remember that life insurance?
Bebop, you are too hairy to play with fire. You would light up like a Christmas tree.
I am also
At
too
least
hairy.
the arms.
Hey, I've got,
He's like, oh.
I think I've got maybe a little more than him.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Either that or mine's just darker.
Yours
But
is also curly and his is straight.
the one that she's really into is the tying up stuff.
Bondage.
Yes.
No, tying
chokeholds.
like with rope, like rope play, where you can
Shibari.
like hang
Yeah.
them
It's
from the
bondage.
rope.
That's still bondage.
No,
still
hang on,
bondage.
suspend them from the rope.
Suspending
please.
bondage.
Jesus Christ.
You hang your girl,
You
then you
tie
fuck
it in
her.
like a little loop, and you put it around my neck first.
Yeah,
and then
taxes
you
go up
toss
any
that-
higher, or I have to pay any more taxes. I think I'm going to be really into that hanging shit. You know, like I'm really.
Yeah, well,
Taxes
you know.
went up 25%. Bebo suddenly into bondage.
How do you tie that knot again? I don't know. It's really cool, but it's the same thing with the Comic-Con or the Anime Con. Like, you're expecting something when you go in there, and it's different. And do you have the curse of the sniffer?
Excuse the fuck out of me. What'd you say?
Do you have the curse
Okay.
of the sniffer?
I thought he said
Oh,
the cursive, the sniffer.
That's what I heard. I was like, what's
I was
the
like,
curse
is
of
her
the
nose
The
sniffer?
made of
curse of the
cursive?
sniffer. How's your sense of smell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sniff everything.
I can smell that. Like,
Everything.
one day I walked in this house and I said, the dog pissed somewhere.
Yep.
And I nosed my way over to it and he goes, dude, what the fuck?
Yep.
Because nobody else could smell that.
She comes in the house all the time, and
He looked like the freaking three witches from Hocus Pocus sniffing for children.
I can't smell very good at all. Like it's got to be some pretty tart.
I'm
Like, rough
testing
shit.
that theory right now.
It's got to be some pretty rough, like
Did you shit
strong
your pants?
shit.
Yes.
Fucking dick.
And she comes in the house all the freaking time.
You sure you want to sniff like that, Bebop?
What's that smell?
You just
Yeah, he
farted.
just
It smells
farted.
like cat shit. It smells like this. It smells like weed in the house. I'm like, fuck! Got rid of that 3 weeks ago. Well, it smells like weed. I ain't smoked none, I swear.
I swear, bro. I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know what it is.
What's weed, man? Oh, bro. Oh, no way. Oh, sick wave, dude. Oh,
smell
bro.
weed. Now you don't.
No, you don't. Where is it?
I don't smell anything.
Help me find it. I lost it. Use that. So, I mean, no weeds here.
Yeah, the neighbors just mowed, honey.
I call it a curse. I call it a curse because when you go to a convention center full of nerds
Yeah.
in tight leather outfits
It's going to stink.
and otherwise, there's so many smells. There are so many
I can imagine
fucking
that
smells.
convention just smelling
There's
like
good
sex.
smells. Like sex?
Just sex everywhere.
No, sex smells
Oh,
better.
that was the BDSM
When
convention.
you're involved in it.
No.
He says to me, "Are these smells not getting to you?" Like,
Yeah.
I'm a fucking nurse. This is nothing.
But the worst part is the first day, and you're going to know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It was raining.
Mm-hmm.
And
Everyone
people
was
were
musty.
coming in from the rain
Yeah.
into a really
Wet dog.
humid convention center wearing all types of different fabrics. And
No.
Bunch
there's
of wet ass
6,000 people in this convention center.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'll ever be going to one.
Today wasn't
It
bad.
was fun.
Yesterday wasn't bad. It didn't rain. But when people got a little moist before they came in,
Jesus.
Hold on. Let's stop on this moment for all of our listeners out there.
moist. Moist. Moist.
Moist.
That has been moist with DFWAI. I hope you were able to join in the fun.
Can we do that on every episode?
Not everyone. We'll have moist
We'll
moments.
sprinkle it in sporadically.
Yes.
Just a little bit of
Sporadic
moisture here and
sprinkles.
there.
A little moisture. You know, when the air is really thick, we'll talk about moisture. It's just an interesting experience all the way around. It was fun. I had a great time. Yeah.
He got to go all 3 days.
I don't.
I heard.
I gave my
Walking.
shift away on Friday and was only going to go on Friday, but
They only had an elevator.
Volunteer.
They only had an elevator in the hotel side.
You should probably talk about which convention you're talking about right now.
Yeah, 'cause
Anime
everybody's still
convention.
saying we're talking about the BDSM one.
No, we're back
what
to
I
the
thought.
anime convention.
Oh, no, I thought we were still in the
No,
BDSM.
no, no, no.
You're talking
That
about,
was-
I heard. I was
look,
like, shit, did
the-
you volunteer?
The BDSM convention. Oh God, with the smells? No, no. That would smell like sex.
That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking. I was like, it smells like sex.
Sorry, I said nerds. That should have let you know that we'd switch back to the anime
I didn't
convention.
catch it. I didn't
My
catch it.
bad.
Hey, those sexy BDSM nerds.
Yeah,
They
I'm
bring
sure.
out their library sticks and
No,
bookmarks and
the anime convention.
Rulers.
Yep.
The anime convention with 5,000 people. Funny enough, the BDSM convention was in a nondescript brick building in the middle of nowhere, St. Louis, that you're like, am I at the right place? As you're going through the door.
Yeah, because they don't have big old banners that say BDSM Commission.
They had nothing indicating you were in the right place.
You want to know why?
Because it's like Fight Club and you're not supposed to talk about it.
No, it's because
Whoops.
children. Mom, what's BDSM? Nothing, honey. Close your eyes. We're driving.
We're not going to get on that subject right now. But if you guys get a chance to go in October, we'll be there. Maybe you can meet the
To
cast of
AnimeCon.
DFWAI there.
Maybe.
On the note of conventions and merch and stuff like that, you better buy the shit that's on our thing because you got maybe a week or two left before it comes down.
Yes,
That's
buy
it.
the shit that's on this thing.
Our shirts, any of our hats, any of that, we'll probably drop the price in the next couple of days here. Maybe by the time you get this, if you want some, get it now before it's gone. We have not figured out a new way to do it yet. And as far as we know, this is it.
This was limited time merch anyways, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
fuck you.
Okay. Wow. You know?
Yep.
Middle fingers in the air, apparently.
All of us.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. All pointing in the same direction.
All using our right arms.
Right arm, same direction. It was like
It's clockwise.
hey, is this a
Counterclockwise.
circle fuck? A fucking
Instead
circle?
of a circle jerk.
This is a fucking circle.
Oh my god, it's a fucking circle.
It was a fucking circle in here.
Fuck you in Unity.
What, wrapping it up? You wanting to wrap it up? We're only an hour and a half in,
He
bud.
wants to go home and get naked.
Well, we have to work in the morning as well.
He's got so many thoughts.
I
in
have
his
to take
brain.
a shit.
No,
we do
dibs.
too. We came straight here from Springfield.
What do you mean
right?
dibs?
Exactly what I
You
said.
got the
Weird,
sleepy
it's-
shits?
Not like we don't have 3 bathrooms in the house and 2 of them have bidets.
But it's not my bathroom, and I haven't been in my bathroom
I meant for them
like
too.
all weekend. So I would like to go home and shit.
Yeah, he's the naked shitter, so he's got to spread his cheeks and sit
When I'm
on
at
his-
home, yes,
I like to
shit
take
naked.
my pants completely off, but only if I'm at home.
Yeah, if I'm at home, I'm
Shit,
naked.
I did that at work one day.
Took your pants all the way off?
All the way off. Walked out, forgot if it didn't pull them up.
I also have to pee.
You also have to pee?
I also have to pee.
Okay. Bebo, tell them how to find our shit.
Yep. So you go right on over there to that DFWI. Look into shit. Look at the
Show
thing.
notes.
Yeah, look at the thing that you're
Who
on.
just farted?
And
Was it me? Was that you? Somebody just ripped ass.
definitely. Oh, that was my boots.
Oh, your boots ripped ass?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Likely
wow.
excuse.
Okay. Anyways, keep going.
Yeah. The thing that you're looking at on your phone. Yeah, scroll down just a little bit. It'll be right down there somewhere. I promise. Actually, don't take my word for that. I ain't found it yet either. Yeah. I'm going to take a shit. Thanks for
All right.
asking.
Callie, you want to translate?
Send us an email at dfwai.podcast@gmail.com. We like messages. We don't have any messages. And then, like you said, in the show notes, click see more, and you'll find all the links to
Butts.
all of our stuff.
See more butts. We really do appreciate you. And I think Grandma would appreciate this show quite a bit. And if we offended you at all during this episode, get the fuck over it.
Good.
Don't fucking worry about it.
Yeah. Or send us a message about how spicy hot you are. Also, need to do a shout out real quick to a listener that straight up saved my ass.
Yep.
So I was pretty sure I'd lost my CDL.
It's Robert.
Yep. Robert, thank you. I can apparently save my CDL. If you are a truck driver and cannot pass a DOT physical for medical reasons, you can go down and have them put you as DOT exempt.
As long as you're not using or driving.
Yeah, as long as you're not driving,
Right.
because it pauses your CDL.
Hold up. Pause. No more commercial driving.
Yeah.
But then when you can pass it, you can go get it, take it down, and it just reactivates it. The alternative is you do nothing, you lose your CDL, and then you have to take a 6-month CDL driving school to get it back.
6 months?
There are no more 4-week ones
I just did it.
with a company that paid for you to go.
Yes,
I
in a
paid for
class with
myself to
12
go.
other people from different companies.
I just went and got mine not too long ago, and I went to 3 days. Yeah, Case CDL in Rolla, Missouri. 3 days.
That's illegal.
No, I'm shouting him out. I'm putting him out there.
Yeah, you can't do that in 3 days anymore.
Oh, did they change it?
By law, you have to take a minimum
well, I
of so
did
many
it.
hours.
I did it last year.
Okay,
Was
that
Yeah.
works then.
Yes.
Yeah, because I
did it.
think this year's when that went into effect. I don't know.
February, I think, of this year is when they changed
Yeah,
it.
But yours shouldn't be an issue anyway because you had a CDL driving course that was a month long to get your
but
CDL.
once you lose it, you have to then retake the school to get it back. You can't just go reactivate it. If you lose your CDL for any reason.
Activated.
So, yeah, just go down and essentially say you need to be a DOT exempt. So, Robert, thank you, good sir.
Robert.
You are a fantastic listener, and we
Yes.
appreciate you.
Thank you, Rupert.
On that note, multiple people are going to go drop their kids off at the pool. Yep. Goodbye.
Thank you for being a friend.
Down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the
It's too fast. How could you even tell what's on?
I can tell.
Why?
This is what we always do. What do you
Not
mean?
that.
why?
I go meow, meow.
This was an exclusive with Callie.
This is Spotlight's on you. Oh, great. We're going to get pinged again. Yeah. You should totally have already gone home. Why are you still here?
Well, you
Yeah,
look, whenever
bye.
you're doing that, it looked like you had a dingleberry hanging from your beard. Because the. Yep. Why do you
I'm
have
not the ass eater. That's you.
Why do you have a tape measure?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, fuck. I was going to say something.
So I know what size my dick is throughout the day. I can always tell what time it is. 2 o'clock, about 3/4 of an inch.
You're getting pretty big up there.
I know, right? Goodbye.
You